I'm Simon Cox. I'm the founder and co-artistic director of Septura, a brass ensemble composed of London's leading musicians. Today we're at Craxton Studios in North London, where we're learning a brand new arrangement of Pulcinella by Stravinsky for brass septet. We're also rehearsing music by Handel, Rameau and Prokofiev, and this is all for a concert coming up in a couple of weeks at St John's Smith Square in Westminster. The mission of Septura is to redefine the brass ensemble as a serious artistic medium. Our chosen formation is the brass septet, 3 trumpets, 3 trombones and tuba, and this is unique because it's a brand new formation for classical chamber music.
When we started the group about 5 years ago, we didn't have any repertoire at all, so we had to arrange it all from scratch. And we've been building up what we call a counterfactual history of brass chamber music. We're trying to imagine that the great composers of the past had actually written for brass. As you can imagine, that involves quite a lot of arranging.
All of Septura's arrangements are published by Resonata Music, a specialist brass publishing company. And this is a really important aspect of our work because aside from setting up our own group, we want to make the music available to as many people as possible all over the world to really establish the brass septet as a musical medium. One thing we've really discovered through our work is just how important typesetting or engraving is in the musical process. Obviously, the parts need to be as clear and legible as they possibly can be. So recently we've been using Dorico to produce some of our arrangements, and we're really excited about some of the features that we think are going to save us a lot of time and get us a really beautiful result in the end.
This arrangement of Pulcinella is the first time that we've used Dorico. We as a group spend a lot of time away on tour, and we do a lot of arranging in strange places like airport lounges and tour buses on the laptop. And what we need is a really easy, intuitive way of quickly putting in the notes so that we can get onto the more complex stuff, expressions and so on. And what we found with Dorico is that we could very easily get through the note input stage and on to creating really professional looking presentable parts.
Septura is a chamber ensemble, which means we play without a conductor, and this means that cues are an absolutely essential element of our instrumental parts, especially since rehearsal time is often limited. Inserting cues into parts can be a very time-consuming process, especially if you're going to do a thorough job. This is something that's no longer an issue with Dorico because the software actually suggests where cues should be, something that isn't always obvious when looking at a score. Perhaps more importantly for us is the way that the cues behave in Dorico. In Septura, whenever we learn a new piece, we always undertake several rehearsals, after which almost invariably we need to make changes to the musician's parts. If the cues have already been inserted, this can often lead to a lot of mistakes creeping in. With Dorico, the cues are all linked to the source material, so if after our rehearsals we need to make substantial changes, all of the cues are automatically updated.
Getting to know Dorico for the first time, I was really impressed by how easy and intuitive it was. We're professional musicians, we're not professional arrangers or score writers, and so we approach it very much from a musician's perspective, and Dorico feels extremely natural in that regard. When we're arranging for Septura, we're really trying to put a lot of the interpretation into the arrangements. We don't have that much time to rehearse and we have to quickly all get on the same page. So we put in a lot of expressions, we try and find a huge range of colours with different mutes and dynamics and articulations to get as much of the colour of the original music into the brass septet version. And Dorico's got all the tools to provide us with all those different markings that we need right at our fingertips.
With Dorico, we're going to save a huge amount of time in future because the parts are already laid out beautifully and require minimal alteration in order to make them of a professional standard.